Hello, Eagles. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Eagle Chat featuring library services. Today, we have Miss Mildred Joseph, who is our library specialist expertise expert from the North Forest campus. She's going to be talking today about the resources that are available through library services. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Mildred Joseph.
Thank you so much, Ashley. We are just so happy to be here today to share with you guys some of the resources and services that we have available at HCC Libraries. Give me just a couple moments to share my screen with you and we'll get started. Okay, and guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And so here's my contact information. As Ashley said, I work at the HCC North Forest campus, and you can reach me at mildred.joseph@hccs.edu. And my telephone number at North Forest is 713-718-5824. So just to kind of give you a quick overview of our facilities, we actually have a total of 16 facilities throughout the HCC system. We've got 9 libraries and 7 ERCs. And so the 9 libraries are what you think of when you think of a library with, full of books, tables, chairs, computers. And then the 7 ERCs that we have are smaller libraries. You can think of those as digital libraries. And out of these 16 locations, 15 are currently open. So we are open, guys. You can come in and use the space if you need to use a computer or print out something, or you need a quiet place to study. You're welcome to come in and utilize the spaces. Most of them are open. Just to kind of give you an overview of some of our online resources that we have available. We have almost 300 databases that give you access to over 287,000 ebooks and also over 37,000 e-journal publications. So you have access to millions of articles through the library's website. Now, in order to access these resources, you need to log into your W number. So what will happen is when you're on our website and you go in to access our resources, excuse me, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Sorry about that. So in order to access our resources, you'll be prompted to log in. And all you'll need to do is just put in your W number, and then you'll just enter in your Active Directory password. And that's the same password that you use for everything that is HCC related. Our online hours are Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Fridays we're open from 7:30 to 4, Sundays 9 to 3, Sundays noon to 6. And that is online, where you can get in contact with us on the website and chat with us. And our online resources are available 24/7, of course. Now, our in-person hours do vary from location to location. And the best way to find out those hours would be to visit us on our website. And I'll show you that in a few moments. And on the website, there's a blue box that you'll see, a big blue box that's kind of towards the right of the screen. If you click there, you'll be able to see the locations that are open and the hours for those locations. And you can also access phone numbers, and I'll show you that in a few moments. I do want to point out some things that we have available to you. Guys, we do have hotspots and laptops available for you to borrow. And you may borrow these items for your entire enrollment period for the fall semester. So for instance, a lot of you are enrolled in the 16-week classes that started last week. Those classes end December the 12th. You are able to borrow a laptop and a hotspot for that entire period. You can make a reservation online and pick it up in person. However, we've got really good availability right now, so you don't have to worry about making an online reservation at this point. You can just come in, bring your picture ID with you. It does not have to be an HCC ID. It can be your driver's license or state ID. Bring that in with you, and you can just walk in and borrow a laptop and or a hotspot. And the laptops are quite nice. They've got the lockdown browser on them, WebEx, Zoom. You know, it has all the software that you would need as an HCC student. Another piece of information that you may need when you're using the library resources is your library barcode. And this number begins with a 275. And typically you find it back on the back of your HCC student ID card. And you use it to place online holds for books and technology, to renew items online, and also to access a resource that we have called Global Road Warrior. Now, we realize that a lot of students don't have their HCC ID cards. And so you can actually look up your library barcode in your student system sign-in, or you can contact us. And what we'll do is when you contact us, we'll email it to your student email address. So if you don't have that information, that's okay. Just get in touch with us. And I actually do have a handout that I can share with you guys that'll show you how to do this. And I'll put it, share it a little bit later. Let's talk about another thing that students are always interested in, textbooks. The library does have some textbooks available in what we call a reserve collection. And what reserve means is that you can only use the textbook inside of the library. So you can't take it out and take it home and use it, but you can read the textbook in the library, or you can make photocopies or maybe scan a few pages. You can do that. Now the reserve textbooks do vary from location to location. So for instance, the textbooks that I have at North Forest would be a little bit different than the textbooks that would be available at Central or at Northline. It does vary from location to location, but you can certainly check with us to see if we do have your textbook available. Now at our Central campus, the student government did put together a textbook collection that is available at the Central campus, and those books are available to borrow for a 3-week period. So there are a handful of books that are available, textbooks that you can check out. Also, another possible option is that sometimes we do have older editions of textbooks that are available to borrow for a 3-week period. And you can check our library catalog to see if we have those available. Now, if you don't know how to check the library catalog, don't worry about it. You can always get in touch with us, and we can always walk you through that process of how to see if we own a particular book. Another thing that I want to mention is that we do offer some makerspace services. Libraries are really interesting institutions in that we're always trying to marry the traditional with the new and innovative. And so we're kind of moving, we've always been the place where people can come and study and borrow books and read and do that sort of thing. But as time has progressed, we've moved into an area where we're trying to help people be creative and try to make things. And so we do have some makerspace services available to help facilitate that. And so if you look over here on the left side, we do have 3D printing that is available by appointment at several of our locations. West Houston Institute, that's what WHI stands for, Central, Stafford, Spring Branch, and Northline all offer the 3D printing. And even at the Spring Branch campus, if you're interested, there is a free online course that you can take. If you're interested in doing it, you see the telephone number here on the screen. You can call to register for that free online course, and you actually get a certificate at the end of the course. So if that is something that you're interested in doing, please, I would encourage you to sign up. We also have what we call One Button Studios. And right now, Central and the Codwell campus, those are the ones that are operational. We have One Button Studios at the West Houston Institute and Spring Branch, but they're temporarily unavailable because they're being upgraded. And what you do, and this is really, really nice because you've got a camera, you've got a microphone, you've got a projector where you can project different images behind you. And you can go in that, in the One Button Studio and let's say, for instance, maybe record a presentation. Maybe you might be someone who, maybe you want to do a podcast or something like that, and maybe you can't do that at home. Well, you can go into the One Button Studio, for instance, and record a podcast, and then you can just save it to your USB to upload wherever it is that you want to upload it. Another just kind of unexpected thing, and it's really kind of hard to describe, but we call it the library of things. And these are things that you can borrow from a library that you may not realize that that libraries have. So for instance, at the Central Library and mostly at the West Houston Institute, and I believe to a lesser extent at Stafford and some of the other campus, we do have items that you can actually borrow. For instance, 3D headsets. There's a sewing machine on here. At the Central campus, there's sewing machines. So you can go in and use a sewing machine, a button maker. So there are a lot of things, again, that are there that you can use to be creative. We even have little, if you're interested in programming, even little miniature single board computers. They're called Raspberry Pi computers, and you can, program them. And so there are just a lot of interesting things that we do have available. Again, it's not just books. There are a lot of other things that are available. So I'm going to take you guys to the website and just show you just a few things that we have available. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Ask a Librarian service. That's how you'll get in touch with us, mostly via chat. Again, I'm going to show you that big blue box on the website, and that's where you're going to get the latest information on what's going on with the library. With the pandemic going on, things are constantly changing, and so if you want to know the latest with the library, your best bet would be to go to the website and click on that blue box if you want to know anything about our availability. And I'm also going to talk about these next three items just a little bit. I'm not going to go into depth about them, but just to kind of show you where you could go to get information if you were going through working on a research paper. I'm just going to touch on that just a little bit, talking about Eagle Library Search and our databases and our research guides. And then I'm going to show you the Flipster app, where you can read some of the most popular magazines that are available today. I'm going to show you how to do that. And also we're going to talk about our research webinars and online events. Guys, if you want to get more detail on how to go, let's say, go about researching and finding information, we do offer workshops. They last anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes that go in depth on how to use the databases. If you need to learn how to do citation, like MLA or APA style citation for your research projects, we can show you that. We talk about fake news, evaluating information, just all sorts of different topics. And sometimes professors will assign these research webinars for extra credit, and they're right on our website, and you can go and register for those. And then finally, I'm going to talk about our Reading Cultures program. It's not really exclusively a library program. It's a cross-disciplinary program that the library has done in conjunction with the English department, the social sciences, and every semester they focus on reading a book from a different culture. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for a moment, and I'm going to switch over to the website. So give me just a second. And I'm also going to stop sharing my camera just for a few moments. Okay, guys, I'm still here. Just 1 second. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and actually start. Can you guys see my computer screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent. All right. So here we are at the HCC homepage. This should be a pretty familiar site to all of you. If you go to where to the upper left side where it says My Eagle Student Sign In, these are all kind of like your one-stop place where you can go for all things that are related to students. You sign into your student sign-in, Canvas, your student email. Typically in the third row, you will see an icon, a third or fourth row, an icon for the library, and that will take you to the library's website, which is library.hccs.edu/home. And of course, it's always a good idea to bookmark this so you can go back to it at a later time. And when you visit the library's website, I'd probably say every 5 to 7 seconds or so, somewhere in the lower left side, you're going to see the Ask a Librarian pop up, and that is to chat with us. So you can actually click on Chat Now and just fill out your name and your contact information. Always fill out your contact information in case we get disconnected with each other so we can get back in touch with you. And so this will be the best way to get in contact with us. And we're very, very responsive. And here we have Miss Ramella, our librarian, coming on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. One thing you can do is you can email, for instance, if we give you a lot of detailed information during the chat, you can email the transcript to the chat to yourself so you can go back and look at the information. And also keep in mind, guys, that if things get really you know, if things get really involved, we can always switch over to sharing our screens with you or doing a conference call, very similar to what we're doing right now. When I'm on chat, there have been numerous occasions where, you know, students will have research questions and I'll share my screen with them the way I'm sharing it with you right now and walking you through the process of finding information. So I always recommend, if you need to get in touch with us, the chat is the best starting place. Another thing that you can do, as I said, is that big blue box. This is where you're going to go to kind of see the latest information as far as like our hours and locations. If you click here, where on the right side where it says location and hours, you know, it tells you which locations are open and the days. It tells you when chat is available. If you look over here to the left side where you see all these links in yellow, you can see the different locations. So if you ever need to call like a specific location to verify some information, you can just click there and get the telephone number. And typically there'll be two telephone numbers, a circulation telephone number and a reference telephone number. Generally speaking, if it's something about like hours or just, you know, or maybe about laptops or hotspots or something, call the circulation number that's listed there. And then right to the left of the blue box, we have our Eagle Library search. And normally this is a really good place to begin the research process. You certainly may not end the research process here, but this is always a good starting point. What's really nice is that what it does is it combines a lot of those. Remember, I told you we had 280 something databases. Well, this actually combines a number of those databases into one search, our most popular databases. And so you can go here and start searching. I'm going to use Fannie Lou Hamer's civil rights icon as an example. And then you can go in and look and see the different types of resources we have. And here we have a combination of books, videos, ebooks. And so you can start your search here. And then, of course, you can always dig a little bit deeper by going and looking at our individual databases. And so let me show you. If you go right here, you can actually click here and that will take you to a listing of all of the 200 some odd databases that we have available to you. And you can search these databases. You know, we just have an alphabetical listing of the databases. But normally what I like to recommend to students, and let me zoom in just a little bit, I don't know how well you can see my screen, is that you can search the databases according to subject. So for instance, you know, maybe you're taking an English class, and then you can see a list of the English databases that we have available for you to use. And then you can go in and select a database and do your research from there. Go ahead and go back to the library's homepage. And so as we kind of move down this page, another thing that could be very useful for you are our research guides. And these are really nice because what happens with the research guides is that our librarians go through the different resources that we have, and they pull out resources that they think would be very useful for you, specific books, specific magazines and newspapers and journal publications. And so these can be very useful in your research process as well. So for instance, maybe you're in a biology class, and then you could go in and check out, you know, various books that we have available on that topic. And so this is another nice starting point for your research as well. Excuse me, just one second. I clicked on the wrong thing. Let me go ahead and go back into the library's homepage. My apologies. And so let's go ahead and just kind of move down the library. And if you notice on this page, there's several ways to access information. For instance, as I move down the library's page, you see locations and hours to the left and Ask a Librarian. Excuse me. And so there are many ways to access information on this library page. And I want to just highlight Flipster. This is probably one of my favorite personal resources that we've gotten over the past 18 months or so, where you can read all sorts of popular magazines. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on this copy of GQ. And since I'm here at HCC right now, I'm not being prompted to log in, but you'll be prompted to log in with your W number, and then you can go in and access, these different magazines to read and look at them. And as you can see, I mean, it's, it's very clean. The interface is very easy to use. I really enjoy it. And what's really nice is that you can actually download the mobile app to your Apple device or your Android device, or if you have a Kindle Fire, and you can use it on your mobile device, which I really, really like. And if you're interested in doing that, excuse me, I'm sorry, guys, I normally am a little bit more organized. And if you're interested in downloading the mobile app, there are instructions on the web page where it says get the Flipster app that'll kind of guide you through that process. But I would encourage you to check that out. And as we move further down the page, we get to the library sources section of the page. And if you notice to the left side, we have where it says for students. And again, just another way to access information. And finally, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the online events that we have available. If you notice, there is a program right here called Reading Culture. And guys, let's see, I'm going to put that in the chat, the link to that, and let me show you Reading Culture, the Reading Culture page that we have here. We are highlighting the culture of China, and this selection is that we're reading for to learn about Chinese culture is Under Red Skies. And so if you're interested in participating in this, you read the novel. They're going to have the online discussion groups, and what you can do is you can participate in a scholarship contest. So once you read the book, you can write an essay, and if you are selected, if your essay is selected, you have an opportunity to win a $1,000 scholarship or 2 $500 scholarships. And on this page, there is the sign up for it. And you can actually win a free copy of the book. So guys, take a look into participating into this particular program. Okay, and let me see if I can add that to, I'll go ahead and add that into the chat in just a few moments. Another thing that I do want to mention is that we do have those webinars. So as you kind of scroll towards the bottom of our page, You'll see all the different webinars. Now, these are more research oriented, showing you how to use navigate the library's website, how to use our databases, just all sorts of interesting and helpful things that'll help you get through the semester and be a successful student. And if you click right here on more, you will see our schedule and what we're offering on what days. And you can kind of just see again a little bit more of what the topics, the different topics that are being offered. So I would encourage you all to sign up for the webinars. And so I know this is a lot of information that I've shared with you all. Are there any questions? I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and then I'm going to start putting some of those links into the chat for you guys. So are there any questions or comments?
As of right now, we don't have any right now in the chat, Ms. Mildred.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and just put, I'm going to put the reading cultures information in here. And guys, please, participate in it. You never know, you could be the winner of one of those scholarships. So I'm going to put that in there. And also too, let's see, let me share. I'm going to share a little video that we have on our EduTube channel about the One Button Studio and how that works also, in case anybody is curious about the One Button Studio. Oh, and guys, one of my colleagues who's here, she just notified me when I was telling you guys about these SGA collection of textbooks at Central. Those textbooks can actually be checked out for the entire semester. I did not realize that, not 3 weeks. So if you if you want to go to the Central campus and see if that textbook is available through the SGA collection, you get it for the entire semester, not 3 weeks. And so guys, please, just feel free to reach out to us. And, we're definitely here to help. Is there? And I'm just going to go ahead and type my info into the chat.
Thank you.
Oh. And you know what? I forgot. I'm going to share. I hope this works. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys how to look up your library barcode. So I have a handout for that. So let me go ahead and get that handout.
Are you sharing your screen, Ms. Mildred?
No, I stopped sharing it. Did you guys see anything pop up on your screen?
No, we didn't see anything.
You didn't? Okay, let me try one more time.
Okay, thank you.
Let me share. Let's see. this open. Okay, did y'all see anything pop up on your screen to download?
No, not as of yet.
Really?
Nah, nothing came up.
Okay, let me try it one more time. Share file.
I see you trying to do file transfer. I see that keeps popping up.
Did you see something where it said download?
Yes, but there's nothing in there. There's no file there.
There's nothing in, okay, all right. Gosh, what am
I see where you're saying it says file transfer for us to download the file, but nothing is popping up inside of it.
Okay, let me try this one more time. Good heavens. Okay, well maybe I can share it. Let me try one more time. Share file. Well, maybe I can just, well, I guess I could just show it to you guys. Hold on.
Yeah, if you can pop it up on the screen for us.
Yeah, let me just pop it up on the screen and show it to you guys. And maybe I can, all right, hold on just 1 second, guys. My apologies. Let me. Okay, and let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, so you would just go into your student sign-in, this screen right here, and then when you're into your student sign-in, it'll take you to your student homepage, which should look like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the box that says Eagle Resources. So this is the box that you're going to go for. I don't know if you can kind of see me squiggling on it. Let me, right here, this box that says Eagle Resources. And then once you go into Eagle Resources, then you'll see something to the left that'll say library barcode display, library barcode display. Okay. And then you'll see your library barcode. So that's how you would access your library barcode. And then of course, if this doesn't work, if you have issues with it, just contact us and we'll email it to your student email address. And so let's check to see if there are any more questions or.
I haven't seen any come up. I think you have done like a whole thorough explanation of library services. And I'm going to always say this every time you come on and you talk about Flipster, that's like my favorite one because I can get all the magazines, all of them, for just on my iPad and just flip through them for free. So I'm in love with that because as employees, I do it too. I use library services as well. So
excellent,
Ms.
excellent.
Mildred, you've given us a wealth of information. Eagles, I want to let you know that Ms. Mildred is always here. Like literally, she is like one of the best librarians we have here at HCC, and she's always willing to help students, especially if you're over in the Northeast area. She's located at the North Forest campus, and she is always there to help. But you've given us so much information. Eagles, remember, this is available for playback on the Student Life YouTube channel. So if you need to go back and find out, oh, how did Ms. Mildred say I needed to access, the database? You can always go back to this playback on our YouTube channel and watch it and get that information, or share the information and that YouTube link with some of your peers and your friends in your classes. One thing before we go, Eagles, I want to just share with you guys my screen for a second and just show you guys to tell you about our Eagle experience. And let's see if it'll allow me to share. You know what? It's not allowing me to share either. So I'll just call it out to you guys. So one thing that we do have here at HCC Student Life is Eagle Points. If you guys are attending these events, such as the Eagle Chat Library Services, Eagle Chat with Financial Aid or Counseling, you all get points. You can use those points to redeem for free items, free t-shirts, free umbrellas, free HTC Student Life swag, free movie tickets. Like, we are giving it away. All you have to do is stay connected with us, stay engaged with us. That's all you got to do. And if you want to find out about our events and how to get involved with them, visit hccs.presence.io. There you can see what events are happening, what organizations we have available for you to join. So always stay connected with us. Be with us on Facebook at the HCC Student Life and on Instagram. So Eagles, I hope to see you guys back at 2 o'clock for our next Eagle Chat, and that's going to be hosted by our Student Life Coordinator, Mr. Carl Mays. So we'll see you guys at 2 o'clock. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ashley.
Thank you.